Hello everyone, welcome back. Part 32, I think. I think I want to go... I haven't hit the owl statue. I think I want to go and... should I just... I guess I should just get on with the temples, maybe? You don't want to watch me do the beavers, do you? Well, I don't know, maybe you do. But I'm not gonna. Not just yet. There is a heart piece I need to get before I clear the area, though. I probably shouldn't really be aiming to get heart pieces, but for some reason I am. Oops. Okay. There we go. Oh. Okay, so obviously it's just Zora Horu, which means, you know, Zora Hall. They don't sell anything in there, do they? I don't want anything out of there. Do you know what? I might actually... let's have a run through, shall we? Let's see what people are saying. I won't go over it too much. Yo, Mikao. I guess that's just a greeting. Shibaraku mikake nakatta kedo, doko itte tandai? So shibaraku just meaning for a short while. Mikake nakatta, negative of to happen to see someone, I think. Mikakeru tends to mean, yeah, to see someone, like out and about, I think. So yeah, just I haven't seen you in a bit. Dogo ni itte tandai? Like, well, he doesn't even say ni, but where were you been? Sort of, kind of, where were you going? Where have you been? Less literally. So ieba, leader no Eban ga omae o sagashite ita yo. So ieba, this kind of just means like, when you say ieba with something, it's like now that you mention that or talking about that. So I suppose the best translation for this is like saying, having said that, now that we're talking about where you've been, Evan, the leader, was looking for you, right? I just want to see what's going on, because I'm not even too sure with this thing. Mikau? Doko itte tanda yao. So that's just same as what he was asking outside, right? Where have you been, basically, or where were you going? But like I say, less literally, where have you been? Boku shinpai shichatta yo. So he's opting for boku, which is another way to refer to oneself. Quite boyish sounding, I think, but you know. Shinpai shichatta. Shinpai meaning to worry, and shichatta just meaning, you know, undesirably so. Sort of, he didn't want to, but he became worried. Nanka sa. I think that, honestly, I think that whole thing is just a noise that's a bit like the word like. So he's sort of going, like, mo sugu, machi no konsato datte yu no ni, member no funiki sayaku de sa. So I think, yeah, it's just a noise, just sort of what's the word? Precedes, that's what I'm looking for. Just precedes something that you're going to say. It sort of doesn't mean anything, really. So, mo sugu soon, machi no konsato datte yu no ni. So even though it kind of is the vibe, I suppose, or it is the fact of there being the town concert soon. And the no ni is kind of despite, I suppose. Machi no concerto datte yu no ni. Yeah, I think so. Member no funiki sai aku desa. Members, funiki is like their kind of their mood. Funiki, it's like an atmosphere or a mood, I guess. Sai aku just means the most bad, the worst. It is terrible. And then desa is just kind of, I guess, honestly, just probably like just saying dakedo, probably. What else? Toku ni ruru ga sa. Zutto kuchi kiite kurenai n da yo. Okay, so especially Lulu, and then gasa, I guess it just kind of separates the sentences into sort of separate points. Maybe you could maybe translate it as a bit like, especially Lulu, you know, and then another point to make to add on to that first one. But yeah, I don't think it really means anything, honestly, this sa. Zutto kuchi kite kurenai n da yo. So zutto just meaning like for a long time. Kuchi kiku, I guess, is like to... I guess it's like to hear one's mouth or to hear one's voice. Wait a minute. Kuchi kite kurenai n da yo. Does that mean she doesn't listen to his mouth? Kite kurenai. That she doesn't listen to anybody? Or does it mean... I think it is that. It could be the opposite. It could be that, you know, she doesn't say anything, which fits better, doesn't it, really? I don't know. I'm not sure, but maybe I'll ask. Or look it up. Maybe I can look it up now, actually. Hold on. It's going to be a word, isn't it? Like kuchi wo kiku. Let's have a look here. Oh yeah, kuchi wo kiku, to speak. So she doesn't speak for anybody. She doesn't, she won't talk to anyone, basically. Or she won't talk to him or me or, yeah, whatever. Itsumo wa genki ippai nano ni ne. So, always, basically, always genki ippai, filled with genki, filled with kind of liveliness and healthiness. And then nano ni ne, just basically saying, despite the fact she is always filled with liveliness. And then net, just that rhetorical agreement searching thing. Korete yappari umi ga hen ni natteiru no to kankei aru no kana. So korete, just referring to everything he said about the situation, this situation. Korete yappari, as I suspected, I suppose is a good translation there, or as we might have thought, or as we should have or did suspect. Umi ga hen ni natteiru no to, so it's I suppose the fact of the ocean becoming weird, or being, less literally, being strange. To, with that fact, kanke, a relationship exists. A relationship exists with the fact that the ocean is weird, I guess. And then kana, just wondering out loud, I suppose. Jitsu wa sa, boku ruru no himitsu chotto dake shitteru n dakedo. So, actually, basically, I, Lulu's secret, a little only, know. And then just sort of softening the end with dakedo, I think. Kikitai, I don't really want to be honest. Betsuni kikitaku nai. But I probably should say kikitai, shouldn't I? Umi ga okashiku natte kiteru no wa Oki no Gureto Bay no shinden ni nanika ga okotteiru te yu uwasa da yo. For goodness sake, that's a pain, isn't it? So the fact or the phenomenon of the ocean having come to be strange, or it being weird, it being strange. There is a rumor, I suppose, there is a rumor that something is happening at the Great Bay Temple in the open sea. 何かが起こっているっていう噂だよ. And I think this Teiyu here just kind of quotes all of this and allows that to be what the rumor is. So yeah, there you go. Like I said, I don't want to focus too much on this stuff. そんでもってそんな時は必ず神殿を守ってきたゾーラの末へ Damn. I should not have spoken to this guy. Oh, was it Matsue? Oh, Matsue, sorry, Matsue, which is descendants. Ah. Oh, I'm kind of glad I did talk to him now. Matsue. Zora no Matsue ni nanika yoku nai koto ga okoru n datte. Okay. Sondemotte. Honestly, I don't really know what this is doing. Maybe it's like, despite that, or even though that is happening, or whatever, even though that fact, sonna toki wa kanarazu, so a time such as that, and then undoubtedly, or for sure, shinden wo mamotte kita Zora no Matsue ni, so to the descendants of the Zoras who protected the temple, or yeah, to the descendants of the Zoras who came to have the role of protecting the temple, I suppose is probably better. Nanika yokunai koto ga okoru n datte. So some kind of not good thing will happen. And then datte, just saying, like quoting it, I suppose, and saying that that's what he's heard or that's what is said. So obviously something bad's going to happen to Lulu's descendants because she is one who protects the Shinden, I think. Boku ga iitai koto wakaru. Yeah, does the thing that I want to say... Yeah, does the thing that I want to say become clear, or do you understand the thing that I want to say? Saikin Lulu no yosu ga okashii no wa moshikashite Lulu te. So recently, Lulu's sort of state, her state being weird and not good, could perhaps or possibly Lulu te, and then that's basically just functioning as wa or ga. Lulu ga, Lulu te, and then he wants to say Lulu is one of the protectors of the temple, or Lulu is a descendant of the Zoras who protected the temple, or something like that. Oh, okay, he's done. Good. Let's have a little read of Mikau's diary. Mikau, my diary. Excellent. Kyo Japas to session shita. So today, with Japas session we did a session, we had a jam, basically. Aitsu wa kotoba wa warui kedo, yappari ii phrase wo tsukuru. So he, that's sort of rude actually to others, but yeah, he, like lyrics perhaps, or words, I don't know if it's saying the way he speaks or whatever, maybe lyrics, I'm not sure. Warui kedo, they're bad, but yappari ii phrase wo tsukuru. As always, I guess, as you would expect of him, as you would suspect, good phrase makes, or he makes good phrases. Boku no ensou wa kou datta. My performance was this way, was like this. Kyou wa Japasu no session wo Lulu ni kiite moratta. Okay, so today, Japas's session to Lulu received listening, or had Lulu listened to, basically. I received Lulu's listening to Japas's session today, or jam. Sugoku ki ni itte moraeta mitai. Sugoku ki ni itte morayeta mitai. Lulu te yappari ii cou da. Huh? Okay, so incredibly, like, I kind of morayeta. Yeah, I was able to receive, I guess, her incredibly loving it, I think is sort of the vibe there. So, less literally, she loved it. She loved the session. And then mitai just meaning seems as though, or seems like. So seems like she loved it. Lulu te yappari iko da. As one would expect, as suspected, Lulu is, as always, sort of... It's a little bit down-talking in a way, if you translate it, but... Actually, maybe it's meant to be. Iko. I mean, she's probably the youngest in the band. So whilst literally it means like, she's a good girl, she's a good child, it doesn't have quite the same sort of negative vibe that we would put into it in English. It's like she's... I don't know. Maybe she's a good lass might be a slightly less bad translation of that. But, it's like... It's a good meaning. It's not supposed to belittle her. Anyway. 今日もジャパスとセッション、僕らが勝手に曲を作っているので、エヴァンは不機嫌だった。I think that's right. 不機嫌。Yeah, like pissed off, basically. He's in a shitty mood. So today also Japasato session, and there's no verb at the end for some reason, just don't need it, as you know by now. Japas with session, or a session with Japas. 僕らが勝手に曲を作っているので、we are 勝手に means to do something without checking with someone first, basically. It's like to take the liberty of doing something. So we are kind of making a song without anyone's, without the leader saying, right, let's make a song. They're just kind of doing it on their own. They're deciding on their own to do it. And then no de, just meaning so. Eben wa hukigen datta. So Eben, the leader, is, he's in a shitty mood, basically. He's pissed off. Or he was, anyway. Datta. He was in a bad mood today because we're just making songs on our own. Boku no enso wa kou datta. We've got it again. So my playing was this way, was like this. 朝からエヴァにルルのことで呼び出された。So I guess this is from the morning, or just in the morning, by Evan, due to Lulu's situation, or Lulu's situation, basically. Because of Lulu, the thing with Lulu. Yobi dasareta. I was kind of summoned, I guess, or called by Evan. Sugoku awate teita keredo. Sugoku awate teita. Awate teita. Keredo. I don't know how to intone that. I don't know what the intonation should be, but yeah. Ittai nani ga attan darao. So incredibly, like, panicky, I think, is awateru. Let's have a look. Awateru. I don't know like I say, I don't know the intonation. To become confused, to be in a hurry, to rush, to be flustered, to panic. Okay. So incredibly, was incredibly, like, distressed, basically. Ittai nani ga attan daro? Like, what on earth? Well, I suppose it's this order, basically. What on earth existed, or what happened? P.S. Konshu no lucky kara wa green da soda. Excellent. So P.S. This week's lucky colour is green. It seems as though it's green. I've heard it's green, or something like that. I've been told, or it's unconfirmed, but I've heard that it's green, sort of thing. Which is quite funny because we are green and we totally saved his life, and everyone else involved. I don't think I'm going to talk to the bass boy. Actually, do you know what? I think I will. Maybe I'll just make this whole one about just the Zora domain. Mikau. Japas ni yokai. So to Japas yo just means like use. So it seems to translate quite conveniently into English actually. It's like, do you have use for Japas? Do you have, or does Japas ni yokai? I guess it's more the opposite. It's like, do you have business with Japas? Does Japas have use to you? It's sort of like that. That's what yo kind of is. It's like use or business or an errand or, you know, something like that. Mata yatsu to session surun daro. So again, yatsu to? Why is it yatsu? So with yatsu, with him. Session surun daro. You're going to jam again, aren't you, basically? Itsumo no kuru na enso tanoshimi ni shiteru yo. So always is cool performance. Tanoshimi ni shiteru. Like that just means I'm looking forward to it, doesn't it? Tanoshimi ni shiteru. Tanoshimi ni shite kudasai, etc. You know, things like that. Tanoshimi ni shiteru. Looking forward to it. What does he have to say for himself, eh? Vikao. Omae doko itte tanda? Same as before, where have you been? Where were you going? Mou sugu konsato datte yu no ni omae wa inaku naru shi. So, shortly, the concert datte yu no ni. I guess this is like, despite the fact or the vibe that there is a concert soon, omae wa inaku naru. You sort of become not here. Or rather, you are absent. You're absent. She, just denoting a list of reasons, like there's more to add to that, to the point that he's making. Got this over his face. That's a bit unlucky, isn't it? Leader no ebban wa kyokuzukuri? That can't be right. It could be. Maybe it is. Ebban wa kyokuzukuri de heya ni komori panashi. So due to sort of composing songs, like making songs or song making, because of song making, the leader Evan, in his room, komori panashi. Komoru, it means, well, to seclude oneself, to be confined in. So, and then hanashi, I think it just means like left in that state, basically. Komori panashi just means like he has secluded himself to his room and it just has been that way. I think hanasu means to release something, doesn't it? So I wonder if it's just he's been in there and that state has just been left, released like that. I don't know, I'm getting a bit literal there, but hold on, let me just look up hanashi, because I know that it can kind of mean for something to just be that way for a long time, I think. I'm not really getting any results for this, but yeah. Or maybe if I do panashi, that might weirdly... No. Anyway, I think that's all it is, really. It's just when something's been left a certain way, you can use panashi like that or whatever. Omake ni lulu no yatsu wa. Why does everyone use all these rude pronouns everywhere? Lulu no yatsu wa mainichi ura no umi ni tsutatete. Tsutatete. Hanashi kakete mo henji mo shite kure ne. So in addition to that, Lulu, basically, Lulu no yatsu, I don't know why I'm saying yatsu, but, you know, Lulu, wa, every day, ura no umi ni, like sort of at the ocean, out the back, I guess, out the back. So at the ocean out the back. Tsutatete. I guess this is just the tsu here just gives it a maybe sort of a planted in place kind of sound, like rooted to the spot maybe. I think it does, because it looks like the kanji I'm getting for this is the kanji for tsuku, which means to like stab. Wait, am I right there? Yeah. So it's like the kanji for to stab and then stand. So it's like she's been maybe stabbed into the floor and can't move from the spot because she's just stuck there. But, you know, I'm getting a bit literal. And I might be wrong. But tatsu just means to like, yeah, to stand somewhere. But so does tatsu. So it must have a immobile sort of vibe to it. And then so you got tsutate. That's just the te form of it. And then te at the end should be an ite, meaning that she is continuously, she's in the present state of being in that way. So tsutatete, hanashikaketemo, even if you begin talking to her or throw words onto her or address her, henji mo shite kurene, she will not even respond. She will not even reply. Solya Lulu ga ole ni kyomi ga nai koto gurai omae ra wo mite tara wakaru kedo. Oh, okay. Is it like a thing such as this, or, you know, like that thing? Solya sore wa. Omae ra wo mite tara wakaru kedo. Omae ra wo mite tara. Well, it's something along the lines of ore ni kyomi ga nai. It's like Lulu, like not having interest in him. Like, ga nai koto gurai. Lulu ga ore ni kyomi ga nai koto gurai. Omae ra wo mite tara wakaru kedo. I think it might be like the extent of Lulu kind of, sorry, the extent or to about the amount that he understands. I think he's saying, I understand to about the amount or the extent. I understand about the extent of Lulu, the phenomenon of Lulu kind of not existing interest in me. And he understands that when I look at you guys, when I look at you all, I understand that much. I think it's something like that. So sorry, this is not a phenomenon. This is like a fact, basically. This koto is a fact. So I understand when I look at you guys, or if I look at you guys, I understand to about the extent, the fact that Lulu doesn't have any interest in me, but... So that's how much he understands, and he's saying but because he knows there's like more to it, and he doesn't understand that bit. So yeah, so let me try and reword that in better English. Maybe something like, I understand from looking at you guys that Lulu doesn't have any interest in me. I understand that much, but you know what else is going on, kind of thing. It's quite funny, a bit arrogant, bit in love with himself. Sore ni shitatte yousu ga okashii. Sore ni shitatte. I need to. I think I might need to ask about that. Sore ni shitatte. Yosu ga okashi. Anyway, so her state is odd. Sore ni shitatte. I don't really know what this is. I don't know what shitatte is. But shitao is to yearn for, to miss, to adore, to love dearly. Shitaru isn't a word. Shitatsu. I'll have to ask, I think, because I'm not sure what's going on there. Anyway, omae, nanika ore ni kakushi koto demo arun janai no ka? Okay, so you, some kind of from me hiding thing, and I think I recently went over demo a little bit, and it seems to be when you might want to suggest something but not limit it to that something. So he's sort of suggesting that there could be something you're hiding from me, but he doesn't want to... It might be because he doesn't want to outright accuse you of hiding something. So he's sort of suggesting it as a bit of a... maybe a testing the water kind of thing. And, you know, demo helps to allow other possibilities, maybe. I think maybe that's what it is. And then arun janai no ka, just like, is there or is there not? Does there or does there not exist some kind of thing that you are hiding from me? Ma, anmari sensaku wa shinee kedo. Sensaku. Inquiry into. Okay, so it's just like, I don't want to... Yeah, it doesn't... Yeah. So he's sort of like, well, you know... maybe I mean works here, maybe. I mean, anmari sensaku wa shinee kedo. You know, excessively inquire, I will not, but. So I don't mean to, I don't want to, you know, push too hard or anything, but. Soro soro honki de lihasaru o hajimenai to konsato ni mani awanaku nachimau zei. So soro soro, just like before long, basically. Honki de lihasaru o hajimenai to. So not start rehearsing via sort of real intent, kind of. It's sort of like true intent. It's to not start rehearsing properly, and konsato ni mani awanaku nachimau ze. With the concert, the sort of the period of time, like to the period of time of the concert, I suppose, we will not meet. Mani ao just means to like make to make it in time, and mani awanai means to not make it. So you know, to be late, to not get there during the ma. You don't get there. You don't do what you want to do in the window of time that is available. So basically, we will not meet with the window of time of the concert. So we'll be too late. Basically, we won't make it. And then this is just naru, so to become, and then nachimau, just, you know, to undesirably become, to not meet the window of time of the concert if we don't start rehearsing properly now. That sort of thing. I don't... Should I jam with him? Why not? Oh? Session suru ka? So just, oh, we're gonna jam? Ore no tsukutta phrase no ato, sono guitar de hite mite kure. So after the phrase made by me, or after the phrase I made, that guitar using, try playing along, or try playing something. And then ikuzei, just saying I'm gonna go. And then ii kanji da ze, like good vibe, good feeling. Sounds good. It's like kita 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 ikuze. So it came, it came, it came. It's just sort of like the feeling. It's here. It's with us. It's like we're on. We're jamming. We're going with it. It's the sort of feeling we were searching for. The good vibes has come. It's like it's here. Let's go. Let's go. And so we do this little jam, and all the Zoras come and listen, do they? Never really noticed that animation much, that Zora there. いい感じの曲ができたぜ. So good feeling song we completed, I suppose. Yeah, basically. これだったらエヴァンのやつもきっと気に入るはずだ. So これだったら if it is this, basically. エヴァンのやつも Evan also. Even Evan, I guess. Kitto, for sure, undoubtedly. Kini iru hazuda. Kind of to like it, I suppose. To like it, and then hazu, just an expectation that should be the case. So, even Evan, also for sure, should like it. Demo. But, あいつ、プライド高いから、俺たちが作ったって言ったらいい顔しねえだろうな. So he, pride takai. He's proud, basically. Pride takai. He has high pride, maybe. And then kara, just meaning so, or because he has high pride. 俺たちが作ったって言ったら, if you say, and then quote, if you say, quote, we made it. いい顔しねえだろうな. So he will not do a good face or something like that. Obviously that's pretty literal. いい顔, big shot, happy face. But I guess it must just be used in a sense of a, I don't know, to not be favourable, I guess. I don't know really. いい顔しねえだろうな. So he will not be pleased, I guess. お前なんかいい方法思いつかないか? So you, some kind of good way to think of, basically. 思いつく is to think of something, basically. In the sense of to suddenly realise a method, or to suddenly think of a way to do something, or whatever. Yeah, 思いつかない, so it's negative, so won't you think of, or cannot you think of a good way to, some kind of good way to show him the song? I sure can. And I'm gonna. We got this knob. Ah, Mikau. So, yeah, quite simple. 今まで何してたんだい? Until now, you know, what were you doing? リーダーのエヴァンがお前のことずっと待ってたんだよ. 早く入って入って. So leader Evan, for you, I suppose, a long time has been waiting. 早く入って入って. Quickly enter, enter. Alright. Obviously, I don't want to play the song at him in Zora form. Maybe I'll talk to him first. Mikau, どうだった? 卵は取り戻せたのか? So how was it, basically? How are things going? How did it go? 卵は the eggs 取り戻せたのか? Were you able to get them back? This is like potential. This is potential form, isn't it? So 取り戻せる. 取り戻せた, the past tense potential. So were you able to get them or retrieve them? Sorry, I don't want that. そうか、やっぱりダメか. Is that so? As I suspected, it's not possible, or doesn't work. Ura no umi ni iru Lulu ni wa mou atta no ka? So Lulu, who exists or is at the sea out back, mou atta no ka, already met. So have you already met her? Have you already spoken to her? Kaizoku tachi ni tamago wo nusumarete kara Lulu wa ashite oki wo nagamete tameiki bakari tsuiteiru no sa. Okay, so from when were stolen eggs by the pirates, so from the point when her eggs were stolen by the pirates, Lulu wa ashite, and I think he's just using "are" because she's distant from the both of us. So it's like saying "ko," or "so," or "are you." It's just saying Lulu ashite, like that. Basically, Lulu's been like that. Oki wo nagamete, staring at the open sea. Tameiki is this is kind of like a built-up breath. It means to sigh. Because when you sigh, you kind of build breath up, right? You breathe it in. You tameru, breath. Or maybe tamasu, do you? I don't know. Anyway, the point is the breath is like saved up. So, and then iki is just the breath coming out. Like tameiki is just saved up breath. You're just sighing like that, right? Tameiki bakari, meaning nothing but tameikis. Tsuiteiru no sa. I guess tsuku is just the verb that goes with tameiki. To do a tameiki, you just say tsuku, I guess. So tsuiteiru no sa. So she's just stood out back, staring at the sea and sighing. And then Mikao, Lulu no kasei wo tori modosu ni wa ano tamago ga hitsuyou nanda. So Mikao, in order to, I guess in this case, in order to take back or get back Lulu's singing voice, those eggs are required. And then Nanda. Heiwa na umi de kurasu koto ni narete shimatte, ima no zorazoku no naka de. Okay. Excuse me. I think this is like... Yeah, like among... Basically among, that is, inside of or among the current Zora tribe, who has sort of undesirably gotten used to the phenomenon of spending their lives in a peaceful ocean, a peaceful sea. So basically, the Zoras have spent their lives in too peaceful of a time and have probably grown weak, is what he's trying to get at. So the Zoras who have spent all their time in a peaceful, in peace, and have gotten used to that peace, among those Zoras, what's this? What's violent? Oh, it's arai, isn't it? Arai? So I think that's araku. Yeah, rough, wild, rude. So araku. Arakure? Oh, violent, wild, rowdy, rough. Okay, yeah, that's what it means. Arakure mono no kaizoku tachi to. So the sort of the barbaric, or the brute, the brutal pirates, I guess, the unsophisticated, the rough, the violent pirates, with and then taito, is it? Taito, yeah, an equivalent. Okay, taito. So with the sort of violent and barbaric pirates, I guess as an equal, watari aeru, that's potential form. Watari al means to argue. Okay, or to battle, I guess. Watari aeru no wa, the can battle them. The can battle them as an equal. Zora zoku no yusha no chi wo uketsugu omaya dakedanda. So yeah, the can battle the Gerudos, sorry, is only you, and then all of this just modifies us. So it's like the Zora tribes or the Zora species or race, the Zora race, hero's blood, to have received in a kind of an heir kind of way. Like I have continued the blood. I've received the blood from my ancestors, I guess. Yeah, so the one that can battle them is only you. He of the Zora tribe who has received the blood of the Zora heroes or whatever, something like that. The Zora hero. Lulu no koto wa mada bando no minna ni wa naisho ni shite aru. What? Oh, I see. No, I don't see. So Lulu's situation, I guess, still or not yet, or yeah. Bando no minna ni wa, to everyone in the band. Naisho ni shite aru. I think it might just mean he has made it so that it's a secret to everyone else in the band. But he kind of hasn't, has he? Because everyone knows. So that's kind of funny. Bando no minna ni wa naisho ni shite aru. I think it's something along those lines. Yeah. So I've made it so that it exists as a secret to all the band members still. Toki no Carnivaru no concerto wa minna tanoshimi ni shiteru koto dakara na. Oh, I see. So everyone, well, rather because of the fact that everyone is looking forward to the Carnival of Time concert. So because of that, he doesn't want to tell everyone about it. Lulu ga utayanai kara chushi da nante ienai daro. Excuse me. So I think this is something he doesn't want to say to everybody. So I cannot say, I am unable to say, aren't I, that Lulu cannot sing, so let's sort of postpone. And then Nante again sort of expressing disapproval or disgust of everything that came before it, basically. So I can't tell them that we've got to postpone because Lulu can't sing, can I? So he's kind of very bitter about that fact. Okay, got it. Oh yeah. Sono kyoku wa. So he's like surprised, and then that song, ikeru, ikeru, ikeru. And ikeru just means like, literally it means it can go. So yeah, it kind of does just mean, yeah, it can work, I suppose. It can work, it can work, it can work. It works, it works, it works, less literally. Yeah, pretty good tune. Whew. いい曲ができた. So I guess, yeah, just maybe breathing, basically. Maybe he's got really focused on making music that he was, you know, just not focused on breathing. I don't know, I'm guessing, but I think that's just a breathing noise, yeah. And then いい曲ができた. Yeah, I was able to make, or I have completed, or a good song has been completed, or something like that. 君いい鑑賞してるね. 鑑賞? Kansei? Is it kansei? Oh, it is kansei. Sensitivity, sense. So basically, good sense is happening, or you just, you have good sense, basically. This doesn't mean really to do. いい感性してる. Like you do, or you have, or good sense occurs within you, or something, it's a bit literal, but yeah. Basically, just you have good sense. この曲は次のライブで使わせてもらうよ. So this song, next live or next live performance, they just call them lives in Japanese, which is really dumb. But there you go. So at the next live, 使わせてもらうよ. I will receive your letting me use this song at our next gig. お礼にこれを受け取ってくれ. So as thanks, this, accept and take, receive it, and whatever. Just another heart piece. Cheers, mate. まさか、盗作だなんて思っていないよね. I think that's 盗作. Yeah, 盗作, plagiarism. So basically steal work. To steal a work of some kind. To steal some kind of piece. Doesn't have to be a song, could be could be a film. Could be maybe even just like a story or a text or a book or something. So surely not. Kind of plagiarist. You are not thinking, are you? Like, you're not thinking of me as a plagiarist or whatever. And then Nante again, just, expressing distaste of the word that he put it in front of. Alright, cool. Well, that's that. Accidentally ended up doing all of the Zora stuff. But at least it's done. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hope it's been worthwhile, and I will see you next time.